Check, check. Welcome to the No Manga Podcast, a weekly show about all things skateboarding. My name's Rick Beta, and just a quick heads up, there will be no new episode this Labor Day weekend. This gives you, plenty of time, as I always say, to circle back, check out some of the amazing guests I've had on this show in the past, and as usual, support what they do. Support what they're, plug-in, support what they've been talking about. Many, many good guests for you to go check back. So please, do me that favor. And on that note, too, I've also got many on my radar that I plan to make happen. Some big names in the game, too. Not going to mention it, not going to say out their names, but yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So we'll see how it goes. But you can follow along on social media at RickBeta, RickBata, or email the show, nomongopodcast@gmail.com. So I guess, speaking of big names in the game, FA is out there making, some big moves, I guess, just like the Niners, letting Trey Lance go, which had to happen on a very personal side note. They had to do that. It's unfortunate, and I'm okay with it. But FA decided to go, sign Curran Caples and Jake Anderson to the team, and I think there had been kind of rumors all along. Skate Mental. They're not high on my radar anyway, but I guess it makes sense. I don't even need to put on my sports analyst suit to say that I approve this move. It makes sense, I like it. And it seems like they'll be able to put, a few more dollars in their pockets, over at FA. So, hey, I'm all for it. Then again, none of us really know how much these pros make these days. So, obviously some key, high name skaters in the game signing. Okay, sure. Let's make it happen. So if, Curran and Jake are happy with it, I'm all good too, Plus, actually, I think about it, it's nice to have a Louie and Curran family reunion, back when they were little groms, where they were just little tykes, just little guys skating together. They were so tiny. Like, I'm holding my fingers up. So tiny. That was a long time ago, when they were on the same team together, though. So many, many months ago. But anyways, that's cool. But yeah, I also think it's kind of interesting too, because Curran, he's kind of, he's a contest skater. He's not kind of, he is a contest skater, and they will get way more eyes on the brand, but now I think about it, it's like, how are they going to, sometimes they'll mention the skater sponsors, but kids at home are going to be watching along, telling mommy they want an FA board, and they'll be like, wait, what did you just say? Go to your, no, wait, here's some soap. Go to your room. No, I want that board. It's awesome. So I'm just curious to see how that's going to go. And even the commentators too, because more often than not, these broadcasts, unless they're on like YouTube or whatever, and all the other platforms that have been popping up, and on TV, you probably can't say their full name on air. So yeah, congrats Curran, congrats Jake. I'm looking forward to seeing a full-length video here soon. I know you guys are in the works, and you just made this move. It's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. But there was so much that came out. I mentioned the last episode. I can't keep up. There's some already like feature-length videos I still haven't watched. I haven't watched the Lakai video yet. I haven't even watched it. It's one that's on my radar. Oh, Battle of the Barracks 13, still chugging along. Luan Oliveira versus Lucas Rebello. They had a 5-minute, 6-second round the other day. 5 minutes, 6-second round. So basically what that tells you, tells me, tells us is that didn't go well for the loser. I won't spoil it for you, but the winner, his first name starts with an L. But 5 minutes and 6 seconds? Damn. That's rough. That's a tough loss. That's like, so lopsided. It wasn't even close. I think 7 minutes seems to be the sweet spot I'm seeing, and I'm sure Dumb Data could actually crank out, some episode and all the data and the various factors. But all I know is that if it's less than 7 minutes, it's not even close for one of the skaters. Not even close. So I'm looking forward to see that, how that unfolds. And, I'm still kind of bummed that Costin got eliminated so early. What was it, round 1? So early, Eric. So early, dude. Maybe next year. Maybe he's gonna win it all. He's gonna take on Jamie Griffin. Andy Anderson, yeah, that'd be a good match. Eric Costin v. Andy Anderson. Let's make it happen, universe. Let's make it happen. Another good video that dropped, Nike SB, a 7-minute and 20-second bomb. It's titled Yuto Horigome in Tokyo. Now, I don't know about you, but when I see the words Yuto next to like a video length of about 7 minutes and 20 seconds, say it with me if you agree, I watch it as soon as humanly possible. Yeah, I stop what I'm doing. It's like that. Only because Yuto is one of those skaters that, you just know that you're going to get some quality entertainment to consume. It's almost as predictable as like the Cirque du Soleil, you know that's going to what he's going to bring, and he's going to bring it hard. Not to spoil it for you or anything, but odds are you probably already watched that if you're listening to this now. But here are some notes that I did write along the way, okay? And I was only 3 seconds in. 3 seconds in, wondering why did he decide to do a stationary nollie flip as a warm-up trick? Because that's what we all do, right? Right before we do a huge crooked grind, down steps, in that rail in Tokyo. That steep-ass rail, I might add. I mean, he had no other choice, right? He couldn't just simply ollie. To get his legs loose, he had to do a stationary nollie flip. And I guess we all do. That's what we have to do now to skate like him, because that's who he is. It's a requirement. And it might be part of his contract for all we know. I don't know. I had to write that down. Well, stationary nollie flip, and he does this big-ass crooked grind. And Venture, they were loving the angle of that trick, too. Got to see the mold and all, No need for a mostly skateboarding stoked out, shout-out for that. They got tons of pub on that. I mean, that was like straight up advertising / product placement right there. Way to go, Yuto. Also, why did I laugh when he then proceeded to land, said trick and then crash into the bushes? I'm still thinking it's funny now. I mean, was it because of the hat he was wearing? Maybe he was trying to blend in. Was it like a camouflage hat or something? Like a duck hunting hat or something like that? That was just funny to me, It's like, where did that bush come from? It's like out of nowhere. But Yuto, he was in there. He was in there deep. So, guys, help me out. Sushi, help me out. But then again, I think about that, or maybe he just landed at first try, and he didn't know what was going to happen. That's highly likely, right? He landed that first tee. He's like, oh, well, I'm glad I did that, so now I have to worry about these bushes. I guess, he did seem kind of caught off guard from the light setup. Now I think about it. But it was still hilarious. Still is, actually. Oh, I know. I got a weird sense of humor, But I guess keeping on the topic of hats, though, he did the one thing that you never can do on a vert ramp. Well, actually, two things, actually. One, he didn't wear any pads. Okay? I still stand by that. It just looks funny and weird. It just does. It'll never not look weird to me. You got to have at least like one form of pad and or helmet when skating vert. Helmet only, that's fine. Even just one elbow pad. If you actually wear your knee pads on your shins like Ron Allen, and do that. As long as you have something. It's just the way it has to be. I'm sorry, don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. And two, he wore a hat while skating vert. You can't do that. You can't. That's against the rule. You can't. Who's going to tell Yuto? Somebody tell Yuto. You can't do that, dude. Someone has to do it. You can't skate vert without pads and rocking a hat at the same time. That was like, It's like Family Feud when someone gives that wrong answer. Oh, good answer. Yeah, good answer. I know we're not getting any points, but gotta keep morale up. Good answer. Good answer. That's a big time L right there. It's like, damn, Yuto. But with that being said, can we just have Yuto enter a vert contest already? Can we do that? Can we just have it? I mean, and then oh, yeah, Rick, but he won't be able to wear pads, dude. I mean, most vert skaters do, right? But he's gonna have to suck it up. I mean, he can hang with the best of them, right? Imagine him as Jimmy. Imagine a Jimmy versus Yuto finals. Jimmy be like, Scream! And YUTO be like, scream! YUTO be like, off the hook. He was off the hook for this video. Can you imagine that, though? Finals? X Games finals. Jimmy versus YUTO. Tony Hawk's Vert Alert. Jimmy versus YUTO. It could happen, man. Oh, fun fact. Every time I type YUTO into my computer, it attempts to autocorrect it to auto. So it's funny. I had a note that I was reading and it said auto. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, never mind. YUTO. So annoying. Anyway. So I thought I'd just let you know that. So yeah, let's get YUTO in a vert contest soon, okay? Yeah, cool. Oh, how about that 360 flip? 151. The one where he was rocking that extra puffy jacket. That looks so fun. I mean, almost as if like I could attempt that trick, you know, at that spot and not have any fear. You know, actually, only if I was donning that jacket though. But I have no fear, you know, because I wouldn't have to worry about getting hurt. It'd be so fun to be like, wee, look at my attempt. Oh, I'd probably roll my ankle trying to run out of that bad boy though. But if you did make it, you'd be like, oops, I fell over. Oh, it's so fluffy. No big deal. I could just float to the ground all safe and snuggly. Oh, I paid attention to the slow-mo about 1 second later. A few seconds later is that 106. Pause it around 205. Can you imagine what that feels like to be able to catch that right there? Beautiful. But he definitely needed that puffy jacket for that slam at 321. I was like, damn! When his hip bone connected to that corner of the building. Is that how that song goes? Hip bones connected to the... That didn't look fun. I mean, if he would have been able to slide, you know, on his side from where, like, from the start, he would have actually been better. But because he, like, slid and he was on his butt, boom! That hip's like just slapped in the corner like that. Ouch. His hat didn't even stand a chance. That went flying. Was that his camouflage hat too? I didn't write that down. But yeah, if nothing what I've mentioned so far motivates you to check this out, you have to at least watch it for the cameo at 427. It's one of the best, if not the best, to ever do it. He graced his presence in this video. YUTO probably asked him, saying, you know what? I need you to be in my video, fellow team rider. I mean, you owe it to yourself to at least do that if you don't want to commit to the 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh, and actually stick around. Another great cameo, 553, from someone who has been killing it in the game for a long, long time. But I have to end, like, his ender. Okay, hold on. That was ridiculous. It was so uncalled for, actually. Why you gotta do us like that, YUTO? In fact, I should get, go autocorrect on your ass and call you Auto. Why you gotta do that, Auto? I was like, what the holy hell, dude? And if you pause it, honestly, no joke, if you catch it at the right moment, you could see that he has a smile on his face. Did you guys see that? I just happened to pause at the right moment. I'm like, is he smiling while he does that? Like he knew it was a lock? So I caught this. Dude was smiling while I did that trick. Because, that's what YUTO, a.k.a. Auto, does. But the video was filmed and edited by Braden Gonzalez. Got to give him some shine. Caught all the catches, caught all the feet, caught all the facial expressions, caught all the smiles. Got to give him his flowers. Well done. But yeah, I'll put the link in the notes below. Check it out if you have I'll give it probably end up being 10 minutes, maybe longer. I think I've watched it 3 times now, 21 minutes of my life. Time well spent. So damn good. But that ender, just try to pretend that you're going to attempt that. But without even the flip, with any flip variation at all, just close your eyes. Push. No, you're not pushing on. Go push. And pretend you're going to try that trick. I'd get ragdolled and scorpioned in the same bale. It would be a disaster. And then you're trying to do like nollie heel, and that was crazy. I mean, is it trick of the year? I saw a couple, on Twitter or X or whatever, or Instagram, like trick of the year. I mean, it could. Sheckler's is a pretty big one too, and that's just what a tail drop kickflip. Yeah, I don't know, but that was sick. As I haven't used it in a long time, that was sick. Get some water. Couple other videos I watched, but didn't have time to take full notes on them or extensive notes. But there was I'm gonna butcher, but Evgeny Nikolaev and his Skazka. Wow, I'm sure that sounded horrible. But his video, that was epic. Yes, that ender too. Damn, dude. And the fits. Oh yeah, the fits. I had to point out the fits. Patrick Congo is probably like, he probably had to pull out a notebook and be like, write down, give a grade for all the fits in there. Had some pretty nice fits. I mean, not really my style, but I noticed them. So, there's that. But yeah, that was definitely a great video. I can't remember how long it was, about 8 minutes or so. It wasn't too long. And then Nick, is it Steenbeke? Look Ma, no hands. Steenbeke. I think that's it. But all I wrote down for that was the ollie. I was on the little transition to late foot backflip or late foot kickflip. Yeah, dude, that was sweet. Sweet. Must have been so fun to land. So good. And those are two dudes I'd never heard of at all. Never. And I enjoyed their spot selections and trick selections too. And oddly enough, they both had like unique styles. That's why I wanted to talk about both of them. Because they had a mixed bag of like manual tricks, a lot of nose manual tricks, a lot of variations of that. So which to some is kind of polarizing. They're like, some people just hate those kind of tricks. But I enjoyed it. Highly, highly recommend those two. And it's not going to be that much of your time. Maybe 15 minutes total. So I'll put the link to both of those below. Definitely check it out. And finally, ABD Collectibles will really be releasing their 20th anniversary cards this Friday, 6 p.m. PST. I probably will be able to check this out right at launch. Here's what they're going to have: 10 unique cards. With grip tape from the Invisible Board montage from Yeah Right. Yes, please. Yeah, right. Yes, please. I mean, I'm already thinking of ways of letting my wife know that I need to have one or two of these in my life. I do. Much like I have a stack of boards behind me that, I mean, I don't need any more decks. My wife would probably say the same thing about cards. So you don't need any more. You don't need more cards. What do you do with them? I was like, I'd have to tell her. I have to break it down. I'd be like, hey, first of all, hey, babe, have I told you how beautiful and amazing you look today? I mean, all the time, but especially today. Try not to, sound too much like an Eddie Haskell, but more of a supporting husband in that moment. I'm probably going to have to step it up, with the chores over the next 2 weekends as well. I mean, we've been kind of busy for any, major yard work, so I'll have to put in the extra work for that. But, I mean, only 75 of each card will be available, making it, a total of 750 cards, Actually, I'm even hesitant to mention this. I might cut this part out. I shouldn't even be telling you guys about this. I mean, actually, that's how much I care about you, my listening audience. But when was the last time I told you how beautiful you were, and how amazing you look today, Well, you do. And I mean that. And if there happens to be, it would be a miracle, but if there happens to be 750 of you listening right now, they're all going to buy one. Please don't buy one yet. Let me get in on the action. Let me see if I can work a couple of these into my, quote, must-have line in my budget. You have the mortgage, you have the car payments, you have the gas, you have this. All this stuff that you have to pay, I need to add that to my list. So yeah, you can go to abdcollectibles.com right now in the meantime, and you could put a bid on, get this, all the number 20 serial numbers. You know, obviously Mike loves, you know, the 420, the 69s, the 20s, all the variations. So the number 20, all the 20s right there, all the cards to be had. And at the time of this recording, it's about $2,000. Yeah. It's only a few days left. $2,000. I mean, who's in? Who's going to go bid on it? Who's going to go all in on those yeah right cards? I mean, I only have one. Here, I'm going to pull it out right now. I only have one of the physical ABD cards, the collective cards, the Torrey Pudwill. Look at that. He's got a little bit of his beanie right there. This is number 284 of 300. It's right here. And those, you know, who've been listening a while know I've kind of dabbled in the NFT game too. You know, I bought a few digital packs. I still have them. Not sure what I'll actually eventually do with them. I think there was going to be like a marketplace. And because I honestly, I haven't even looked at them. But I prefer like the physical cards. Like there's just something about, you know, I know I've talked about before, the quality of this card. When you put it in your hand, you either have to come check this one out, find a friend's, or buy one, and you'll know what I'm talking about. The quality's there. But when I saw the Yeah Right ones they have the actual Yeah Right box, take my money. You know, that meme, slapping down the credit card. Take it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy one September. I'm probably going to September 1st, so this Friday. Because all I have is this Torrey. I need to add to it. Man. So my question is, are you going to buy one? After me, though. You going to wait? You'll be customer number 749. But let me know which ones you're going to try and cop, or if you're going to go in all on the number 20s. That'd be nice. I can't wait to find out who that is, who that person is. That'd be cool to talk with them. So why did you buy them? Why did you buy all the number 20s? Where are you going to put them? But yeah, like I said, let me know which ones I'm going to buy. But as I said, please don't buy them all at once. Just let me get in there, please. 750. That's it. So anyway, I appreciate you guys tuning in. That's all I've got for this week. Talk to you again next week. Later.